While the Seattle Seahawks took home the Lombardi Trophy after winning the big game on Sunday, several brands won off the field and the stakes were high. The average price for a 30-second commercial spot cost $8 million. Joining me is Ashley Collins, reporter and author of the Dealmakers column at The Ankler. Ashley, welcome.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Of course. So which Super Bowl ads stood out to you as winners for you this year and why?
The ones that I loved were funny, clever, and not overly convoluted. Like, you got the concept right away. It was a fun ride. It didn't feel like it dragged on. So I especially enjoyed the Michelob Ultra spot with Kurt Russell, where he played a whimsical sports montage ski coach kind of character. And the Pepsi ad with the Coca-Cola bear having an existential crisis because he realized he liked Pepsi better. And then the Amazon Alexa AI spot with Chris Hemsworth, where he's imagining all of these ways that their Alexa might try to kill him, which I think leans into sort of the general sense of fear around AI in a really darkly funny way.
And speaking of, we saw AI as a theme in the commercials. What other sectors or industries do you think gain the most from this game's big game ads?
Yeah, there was a lot of AI, a lot of pharma, a lot of other tech and food delivery, sports betting, almost no car ads outside of Toyota, which is a big NFL sponsor. There was really only one Volkswagen spot and one Cadillac spot, which is a big change.
All right, and I understand most Super Bowl ads pay the talent between $1 and $3 million. Why is it in that range, and can big stars get even more money?
Yeah, that's generally the sweet spot, even for some of the bigger stars, unless they're part of a broader campaign that goes on well after the Super Bowl. And the reason is it's become a bit of a badge of honor for someone to be part of a Super Bowl commercial. And people understand that the airtime is expensive, the production is expensive, so they're willing to take a little bit less money than they might for a different endorsement opportunity to be part of Super Bowl Sunday.
And I also understand you've said that a lot of people that typically wouldn't do endorsements, or celebrities that typically wouldn't do endorsements, actually do Super Bowl ads. Why is that?
It's just fun to get swept up in the moment. And so many of these spots are cinematic now. You're getting major directors making these things, and it's just fun, and they're so well executed, and it's a big part of the culture and the conversation. And it's one of the last places where appointment viewing still exists. Everybody is watching on Super Bowl Sunday.
All right, and how do brands decide which celebrities actually fit their messaging?
Sometimes it's just that they want a particular person because they like them. This year, it was all about instantly recognizable faces. You saw a lot of Oscar winners and A-listers, Adrian Brody, George Clooney, Emma Stone, Matthew McConaughey, Kurt Russell. There were also a lot of comedians and big musical artists and athletes and a couple of influencers. So no matter what kinds of pop culture you're a fan of, there was somebody who you automatically recognized during one of these ads.
And do you think celebrities and comedy are a typical theme we're going to keep seeing over and over in Super Bowl commercials?
Yeah, humor is easy and it's fun. And especially when things are heavy in the world, it's nice to keep it light in a Super Bowl ad. You didn't notice too many serious ads. There were a few sentimental heartstrings ones, like the Lay's father-daughter farming one that got me. There wasn't really anything super political. There were a couple of social messages. But it was just a nice break from all of the things that are going on in the world to have a moment and have fun together.
And Ashley, what do you think matters more now, the ad itself or the buzz that it's going to create after the game?
It's a mix. So you want to catch people's attention during the game, but the goal is usually to either sell a subscription or a product. Sometimes it's to check a box and make the board of directors happy, like, hey, look, we were at the Super Bowl. But for the most part, you're trying to bring new people into your brand. And so you want to not just catch their attention in the moment, but keep it from Monday on.
And how important is social media in extending the life and impact of Super Bowl ads? And do you think a brand will choose a celebrity if they have a larger following on social?
It's really important because that's where all of the engagement happens. That's where the consumers can respond to the advertising. And obviously, if you're looking at somebody like Bradley Cooper, you don't care if Bradley Cooper is active on TikTok and Instagram. But if you're looking at a couple of people and you're maybe having a hard time trying to decide which one you want to go with, it makes sense for brands to go with the person who's more active on social and is going to be out there further engaging with the content after the day is over.
All right. Thank you, Ashley Collins, reporter and author of the Dealmakers column at The Ankler.
Thank you.